I must be clear right now. Sorry about the noise. Excuse me. Now, this game is super fucking good, and 2.4 has been a great improvement. So I'm just gonna fuck around tonight, and I hope people are around. Probably gotta just do it in single player first. Pick my usual combination. I've been enjoying the Class D racers in this, middle left box here. Basically, they are kind of balanced. It's medium weight, low speed, which means that they get pretty good boosts from rings and pretty good boosts from things like tethers and build drift boost moderately fast. Because the ones that get the best boost for rings are Class A, upper left, while the best at building drift boost or strongest tethers, I think strongest, are bottom left. So this is kind of a nice balance that I've come to like. With pretty good handling too. Also, it's fucking Gutbuster. Look at that thing. What is he doing? Some cups? I might do some of these earlier than try and actually get the Chaos Emeralds. But also, there's plenty of cups I could still do, so... I'll just play it by ear tonight. Who the fuck knows? It's Ring Racers. I do what I want. No, let's start here at Fish for an Emerald. I always use this buddy, this follower rather, just because the fucking stock explosion noise sound is absurdly good. So the main big additions to 2.0 are experience, which is basically just like a scoring system, but it also gives a slight buff to how strong the items you get. Though that's still largely determined by a position in the race. You're not gonna start getting invincibility power-ups at first just because you have a lot of experience. And then the other thing is amps, which I just used mine there. Amps build up normally when you hit other people with items like projectiles and traps. And also, you get some for being the first out of the starting gate. And those you can use by going down to 0 rings. So it's just an extra form of thing, but the fact that it makes trap items and attack items just so much more worth going for is what makes it so good to me. I'm much more actively likely to pick up Trap Slimeman first now. There's also some changes to handling, what you saw there was me, you could say neutral drifting, which basically means once I start drifting I just let go of the directions. And that now gets you actually a really nice turning arc in a lot of situations. Oh, no, the fuck you don't. Ah, shit. I am a genius, oh no, as they say. It's okay, I've still got time. Not a lot, though. There's another new mechanic, but that's a surprise tool that'll help us later, so... I actually got away from that Jaws. Would have loved to get a full ring bonus, but that Jaws would have hit me if I didn't use some rings. Yeah, Emerald Coast is pretty nice. Honestly, though, they like making them out of Seaside Hill and Ocean Palace, and those are really good, too. I like the structures in Ocean Palace a lot, so the Heroes theme stages, I think, work very well for that. So it can't really be too bad. I'll try and push it for an early lead here. I like the music here. sufficiently intense. There's the I sure hope you learn how to drop tutorial. As usual, rival racers want your ass dead. That's pretty standard for ring racers. God, the voice clip that Gutbuster uses when you like hit someone with an item, and the goddamn, it's so fucking funny. I can't believe they did that. Uh-oh. Looks like the race has caught up with me. One, I was hoping to get ahead there to get a bit more experience, but no dice. Shit. That's a new item, by the way, I forget the name of it, but it's like... shockingly technical? Yeah. I mean, not the only one. You could say that about the original Sonic Riders. It is as well, but... yeah, there's a lot going on in this game. It's very well done, too. Nice. That's another new change. Now, you can no longer get hit by items you've thrown or dropped. You can pick them up again instead. That's actually a really fun change that you don't see in this kind of racer much. Ah, shit, I'm fucked. Not a wonderful situation, but... I don't have to win every race, but... I do hope I can, at least get to the special stage. I'll have to make sure to do the, bonus stages right. So, Luminous Adventure X song? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, them adding bursts to Rehendel looks funny. Yeah, I'll have to show off Ring Bail at some point. Or Ring Burst, depending on the situation. But yeah, one thing that's nice in the single player is that they repurpose the battle maps for these little, like, bonus stages. Break all these. Battle mode in this game is fucking nuts. Like, unfortunately there's no boss support first, but I, like, understand why, because it's, like... crazy. But, like... well, the thing about Sonic Riders, the original one, that makes it kind of weird is that it's not very good at telling you how to play the game. Like, the only tutorial is optional and it's a video. Oh, and a lot of people just jump into story mode and kind of get wrecked, but honestly, I think it's worth putting in a little effort. And it's a little sad that the game's follow-ups basically took the lesson that, oh, we just shouldn't make this technical, and so they're both kind of barely video games in my book. Anyway, besides Riders, or you know what this game is kind of making me think of? I mean, I said besides Riders, but I feel like it's a similar niche to what Kirby Air Riders is going to be, like a game that kind of takes the framework of what you consider a kart racer, but does like a bunch of different stuff with it. Because that's what I think is neat about this game, and as well as like what Kirby Air Riders is, and the original Air Ride to some extent. That's like, rather than just, you know, doing Mario Kart or even just doing it with a few changes, it's like really taking the core ideas and like really rebuilding them in a new way, which I think is cool. Like, I think there should be room for games like this. I mean, believe me, Air Riders is certainly doing its own shit all over. Or it's more like the fact that it's so unique that I think it's similar. Like, the fact they're just... There's just a lot of places you can go with, like, this sort of game that... obviously Mario Kart has no reason to be interested in going, but... a lot of other games also aren't going much further than what Mario Kart is doing beyond, like, tweaking certain things. And that's not necessarily bad either. Like, I certainly enjoy Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, as fucking nutty as that game is in a different way. God damn. The funny thing about Cross Worlds is that, like, it's funny that both it and Sonic Riders came out. Sonic Riders. This game, Ring Racers, came out at a similar time because, like, I feel like both of them are looking at Mario Kart and then deciding what they want to do from there. And this game kind of looks at Mario Kart and says, okay, so some of these, like, more random, wild aspects are things we don't like and create incentives we don't like, so, we'll, like, tweak and change things until we have a game that's more focused around, like, directly interacting and strategy and stuff like that. And then with Cross Worlds, they looked at Mario Kart and saw, like, all the, like, fake kind of anti-competitive incentives and, like, kind of design problems Mario Kart had and said, what if we did those, like, more, though? Wouldn't that be fucking funny? Because Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is, like, a deeply hatefully designed video game in a way not many games are. It's really fucking funny. Like, that's the scary thing about Cross Worlds. There's a bunch of, like, messed up shit in it, and it is 100% that way on purpose. Dark Chow start. Everything, like, that's, like, that is the thing that is most scary about Cross World. Almost every single completely nonsense thing that happens in that game, it was designed to be like that on purpose. I'm certain of it. Like, this was not by accident. That was carefully crafted to be just, like, on some level infuriating. Cross Worlds is such bullshit, but it's so much fun, so it's fine. Like, that's the thing. I'm not, like, when I go online in Cross Worlds, I'm not super expecting to win. I'm just super expecting shit to happen, and that's why I go there. And, like, it helps that the driving does feel really fucking good. That's, like, kind of what holds it together, really. That experience they have on arcade racing games. The driving feels good in this, too, and I really like how character stats work in this. It's basically, there's really only two stats in this game. There's speed and weight. And as you go up in each one, they have different effects on, like, top speed, acceleration, handling, and how rings work, how, like, tethers, which in this game is kind of equivalent to slipstreaming, work. Which is refreshing, because, like, one thing that kind of bugs me about Cross Worlds is that, like, hey, there's a bazillion stats, and how much they beat anything seems to depend on the phases of the moon. By the way, if you shoot a Jaws backwards in this game, it locks it onto yourself, which actually can be useful because it makes a trap behind you, but you have to be real careful about it. It's too much fun, that's the problem. Okay, yeah, I get you. What does power do? Yes. Me recently discovering, oh, actually it's not that power, like, is the, like, hit stun you take from items. It's that actually that power machines specifically have, like, a hidden gear that allows them to get back to speed more quickly, which is like, what? Like, first of all, it's not specifically the power stats, so making it higher doesn't help, but machines that are considered power machines do it. Like, why is it implemented like that? Why are there fucking hidden abilities? Why did you do this, Sega? Why do you hate me? Why do you hate all of us? The answer, of course, is because it's funny. But it is refreshing to have something that's a little more or clear about what their stats do. Even if I don't actually remember, like, every single effect, like, because I know, like, nice. Amp. I'll use that to keep ahead of Knuckles here and come straight down the finish line. That's more like it. So, second prison stage, then one more track. One thing that's fun about this game, it just has a fuck ton of content. Well, and it's really, I'm honestly, like, after SRP 2 card, I'm really glad they, like, went so far in making so much good, like, single-player stuff for this. For when I don't want to go online and race other people. Because, like, you could just spend hours of this game without playing with anyone else at all and have a great time, I think. But I do want to eventually jump into battle mode, which I mentioned this earlier, but it's... Oops. And yeah, at these you collect CDs like in fucking Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Because this game was made by geniuses. That's a pretty easy prison stage. Like, battle mode has some wacky shit. Like, when you're basically, like, the insta-whip ability from races is still in there that acts as, like, a melee attack. But, like, when you're charging a spin dash, you put up a shield that, like, specifically parries those. But then if someone just runs into you, it, like... I think it just, like, hurts you. So now there's, like, fucking strike-throw mix-ups in the kart racing game, and it's like, what the fuck, man? And then there's all sorts of power-ups with, like... Ah, shit. I accidentally bumped into Espio and gave him the starting boost. The other really funny thing about battle mode that I've seen and heard a lot is, like... There's special power-ups that only exist in battle mode that you get from these, like... They call them combat UFOs. But all of them come with, like, an incredibly crunchy voice clip. That sounds like... I feel like the delivery is sort of like Chills if he was coming out of a Mega Drive. They have just this, like, weird muffled voice with the weirdest fucking intonation, like, hey, that's like Mega Barrier. Rhythm Badge. Bonus. It's so fucking funny. I do want to try battle mode someday. Shit. This race is going really kind of bad so far, but I'm gonna hopefully make some progress soon. A really funny story that, Tyron, one of the, programmers, well, like, main programmers told recently. Oh, wow, I'm getting my ass beat. Was that, recently, like, apparently someone, like, contacted them to, like, basically to, like, basically said, like, clearly you're still using placeholder voice lines for the battle mode, so I want to audition for that. And it's just like, I respect the enthusiasm, but no, it's supposed to sound that shitty. It's so funny. This race is going bad, but also a continue would be bad for my score, so I'm kind of boned. Ah, shit, I thought there was a way through there. Well, now I'm likely going to have to continue either way, unless I pull one ahead of more people, but I don't think that's happening. Yeah, I could have done it, but I want to see if I can at least keep full rings, but... Hopefully one continue isn't enough to completely ruin my chances at special stage, but... See if I can get a better start on this track than accidentally bumping Espio to heaven. Alright, that's more like it. I do kind of need practice on this track, I think. I'm not super great at it. make mistakes on it a lot and don't take the best lines. You put that fucking bumper away. Yeah, the drop target is one of the evilest items in this game. For those not in the know, the drop target, which is that like kind of green-looking bumper thing. And basically, when it hits you, it technically doesn't damage you, but it just ricochets you off at insane speed at like... And less physics just take hold. Alright. God damn. Ooh. I was gonna say I'd be happy with second, but it pulled through. Ring bell right now, trust me, it's optimal. It's fun to believe things. So I'm not certain about my results here. I feel like tracks 4 I didn't do great on, and I had to use... this was a good finish, but I had to use a continue first, so that's a penalty, so I don't know if I'm getting the special stage. Ugh! I was so close to the special stage. Alright. We just keep trying, but I'm probably not gonna just do this cup again. I don't want to, like, grind things out. No one likes that. Well, some people like grinding. I don't, though. This is a solid rank. Can't be unhappy with a B. What song is this, anyway? Oh, it's Collision Chaos. I like the US soundtrack, so... Let's try this one again. It's so neat that they did a level based on the fucking Sega Sonic popcorn shop. Hold up, let me kill this guy. Worthless is right. Alright. But yeah. They did a level based on Sega Sonic Popcorn Shop and then gave it music from Truxton 2. Whoever works on this game is incredibly smart and probably handsome too. Maybe. I don't know. It's the kind of choice I would have made, I'll say that much. I believe there's an alternate song for this track that's also from a shoot 'em up, but I haven't unlocked it yet. Truxton 2 is such a good shoot 'em up, except for all the parts that blow ass. And the fun part is you could like cut out all those parts, and I don't just mean like, you know, replace them or just. I just mean really take them out because the game's like a fucking hour long. Why is it and it doesn't need to be like that. So like, oops, shit. I meant to use it for a boost, but at least someone will have a bad day now. Oh no! Literally the worst thing possible happened. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna... I think I'm just gonna call a mulligan on that. I only have myself to blame. Minus 138. Yeah, Ring Bale does big shit when you have like a jackpot on you. Also, there is a pretty funny behavior with those drop targets, because like the thing about this particular item is the one I'm talking about is that they actually can hit 3 times before they go away. But the thing about each time someone hits them, it stops belonging to the person who dropped it and starts belonging to the person who got hit by it, which is kind of funny. Hey, no one hit mine, which means you have to watch out, even if you're the one who dropped it. If once it got hit, you went so fast, my card started going backwards. Lightning Shield's really funny now because, on the one hand, the fact that it doesn't activate instantly means it's much less, incredibly obvious and strong, shield for first place. On the other hand, it's just, a boost item now for some reason. Oh, that's very bad. Now that's comedy. Ah, shit. Please. I would love some rings with which to race. That's better. Trying to overtake here. A big Riggs reference. Shit. God damn it, Knuckles. Oh well. Still probably had enough good lap clears here to have a good amount of experience. Yeah, see, I'm still in first. Experience is a bit of a weird system like that, but I don't really mind it. Being consistently in first is, I think, actually a very hard ask in this game. So I'm glad the game doesn't really expect you to do it. As long as you just race, pretty consistently well. Oops. And, not do shit like that. You'll be fine. And gotten ahead just to get the full experience from that checkpoint, which I'm glad about. Stone Shoe's another new item, and it's a pretty funny one. Basically, it pretends to be a dropped, boost power-up. Oh, but obviously it looks a little different. But if you accidentally pick it up, then you just get a big fucking weight attached to your cart. Which obviously makes you slower, but it's also a hitbox that can hurt people, so not necessarily all bad. And in fact, you can just attach it to yourself if you want, rather than dropping it like a trap, so... Not that I'm quite up to, the confidence to do that, but it can be a way to prevent people from passing you. Yeah. That's the power of, That was a real good bubble shield pull. Good job, me. Or the, ah shit, I keep accidentally pressing the button that does this. I don't want to save replays. It's because I'm an idiot, so don't worry about it. Completely forgot about this one. Seems like it's pretty easy, though. Free. Cadillac Cascade. This is the one I think it is that I have a lot of trouble with. No, okay, no. This one is fine. What was the one I was thinking of that was really annoying? It's like a Brown Canyon kind of level. Yeah, this is my Sega Rally 2 Ooh music, which is kind of sick. Reminds me back in the SRB2 kart days, someone made a track that was like a Sega Rally track that had like the actual rally callouts in it. I have no idea how they did that. Long, medium, right. Forward jump. Whoa! Shit. Time for a good old rat-fashioned Sega Rally Champion. I love that fucking video. Look at the Simpsons Rally Championship. Bing. Get me the hell out of here. Ah. Oh well. Ah, shit. Might fall behind a little bit of experience here, but I'll live. We'll make up the difference. I love using rings to race. It's like my favorite thing. Shit. Nice. I'm not sure that was really helpful, but I at least got some amps out of it. Maybe I did fish for a big ring box and then a ring bail. Out of the way, dickweeds! I'm not getting any... But nobody do alarm you, but there might be a Sega Rally Champion. No ring bonus, but that one went otherwise. Sometimes you gotta give that up to pull ahead. Ring bail's such a funny fucking mechanic. Genius design, really. Oh, this is the track I hate. Nice. Does ring bail actually push you further than laying those overflow rings normally? Oh yes, very much so. Ring bail is nuts. Anyway, if I don't make it to the special stage, this track is why. Yeah, Rival Racer music good. Thank you, Flashy Goodness. We all love you. The Tower of Heaven theme is like formative to our daily lives as like a species. Yeah, this was a theme from one of the the later characters after the first game, I think, right? The one that had like was that like a snake in a mech or something? Don't remember their name. Whew. Look, as long as I don't fucking die to death to that like bike wall there, I'm happy. Ooh. Not quite the shot I hoped for. Thank you, Carol, for clearing the way. Elia. Shit, everything's going wrong now. That hallway is just really fucking nasty, I feel like. This is gonna be dangerous because I can't see up the hill, but... GG! I only have myself to blame. Yeah, I didn't end up picking up Rivals 2 either. Didn't quite look like my thing. Plus, I just think the sprites from the first game are very charming, though I also haven't really played a ton of that one either, so... Alright, at least I have an actual start to this race. So. I do like drifting down that big hill at the beginning. This first part of the track is actually very fun. The main problem with this part is that sometimes if you hit, like, those red springs, like, really close to the edge of the track, you just, like, bounce off a wall and die. But this hallway is why life sucks. Getting a good line around it without getting hit by, you know, anything and everything. God damn. Ah! Holy crap, what? My life is so bad. I'm the most punished Gutbuster on the planet. It's cool, I'm back. Wasted is right. A thing that, like, that programmer I mentioned said about this game that I think is, like, a really interesting point of view is that it's probably, like, the racing game, it might be, like, the racing game in general, where you can just, like, do the craziest adjustments of speed the fastest. And, like, that's the thing that makes it kind of exciting to play with other people. Like, pushing to overtake lets you push really hard. And unless you do stuff like Ring Bail. I'm not going to be tempted to do it again. I'm just going to use that faster to, I'll take that. The one continue is probably still going to keep me out of the, special stage, though. But look, just, like, getting out of Rumble Ridge is a victory to me. Oops. There we go. At least I did both of the bonus stages perfectly. Opulence. Yeah, this one. One-word zone names are so Sonic 1 core. Oh, hey, look. Another flashy goodness song, though. This one's obviously edited. Remixed by someone else, as mentioned. But... oh yeah, this remix goes fucking crazy, by the way. Fortunately, I'm not running a good race. The Daytona man would be not proud of me. Alright, I'm making my way uptown. Damn it, Carol. Honestly, even if I end up coming in like second or first here, I don't think it's going to be a special stage-worthy performance. God. Especially when that sort of thing happens. Shit. One day I'll do a slip tie on purpose. They're not too hard if you like using like a power item and you get a lot of speed, really, and make use of them in that case, but... yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna call that a wash. Yeah, I'll go back to Sneaker again. Give this one another try. God damn. Not ideal there at the end, but otherwise, pretty fine race. I don't know the exact requirements for special stages. I feel like they're a little harder in this one to get, both to get to and to do. Definitely to do, I think they've made some changes. But a really nice thing they did is that retrying special stages no longer affects, like... Die, by the way. No longer affects your rank at all, so you just don't have to worry about that. Oh, the alternate music here. What's this from? Cyber Strategist Maze Roar. Wonder where this is from. Gunvolt 3? Huh. I only ever played the first Gunvolt. Not necessarily out of lack of interest, but just never got around to it. There are other things I want to do more. Not like I ever really heard bad things about them other than maybe the story and, like, some of them, like 3. But... like, at most, I think I'm, like, a little less enthused by, like, Mega Man-esque platformers in general than I once was. But that's personal taste. It's not me thinking it's bad. Ah, shit. Hey, God, blow that. Yeah, I meant more like the general. I'd say it is from what I played. I did beat the first game. Not like your abilities are obviously pretty different, and there's like bigger scoring focus thanks to how that works, but also like it very much has sort of like a very rigid, controlled level design and enemy placement and stuff. Like at this point, I just could stand to have games that want to fuck with me a little more. I like games that do like kind of more fucked up stuff. Mega Man has like a very and things in its ilk have that like. Well, that's terrible. Yeah, Indie Create is like never short for things to make anyway, so. Always pumping out stuff. Well. Gunvolt pranked you, people would be like, fuck my chain. Yeah, it would be great. Basically, like, in the goal of, like, an area of 2D platforms, I kind of really want to eventually learn to beat, like, a Ghosts and Goblins game. I'll probably go for, like, Ghouls and Ghosts at some point. Because I really like what those games are putting down, like, on a design level. Only reason I haven't really put more time into them is because, like, I've been getting, like, extremely brick-walled by, like, the first Red or Ember and Ghouls and Ghosts. I just don't know how to fucking fight those guys. Actually, like, the most disgusting enemy in game history. Hateful, hateful creature. Okay, I did this one right this time. Oh, Tom had the same designer? I never would have known that. I don't know much about those games. Apart from the vowel changes depending on region. Boop. Boop. Luckily, the CPU is pretty willing to just let you ruin their lives in position. What's your opinion on Musou games? I've just started getting into Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate, which is the first one I put a lot of time into. I like them all. I like it a lot so far. I like the general like pace of like moving around the field and like dealing with different groups of enemies. And the game's starting to ramp up the difficulty some, so I have to like be careful how I approach officers now. Oh, lest they just bash my skull in and end the mission immediately, which is really funny when it happens. I knew that was gonna happen. Why didn't I do anything about it? That's Thousand Soldiers with spiked bats. Oh! Oh, no. Oh, the 1,000 soldiers with spiked bats aren't doing shit. It's like there's one guy who's cracked in the middle of the crowd who's gonna beat my fucking face in. That's the scary part. When you realize that, like, you're not the only one who can ruin everyone's life like that, is when those games get interesting. Yeah, the Jaws tracking is like kind of insane. I don't think science can truly understand how they work. Fucking Shadow. The voice clip choices of this game are all very funny. Can I steal third with this? No, I can't. Fuck. Sometimes there's 10 guys in names that'll crowd 1,000. Yeah, reviewed by a guy who clearly wasn't interested in the first place. It happens. Some people... It happens. Sometimes, like... I guarantee you there's not, like, money in good games writing these days anyway, so... Getting some guy to slam out any old shit is kind of just what's gonna happen. Right now, the main other one I'm interested in trying is actually like Hyrule Warriors, like the original, or rather Definitive Edition on Switch. I'm really interested in that one. It looks like it does some fun things with the formula. I like the addition of boss fight, except for like the plant that everyone hates, but other than that, seems like a very... like, has some cool stuff on top of the usual. Honestly, yeah, I can see that. I think that's kind of like why Dynasty Warriors Origins was very well received. I think that's kind of the game that feel like it moved forward in a meaningful way. From what I've heard, I haven't played it myself. Let's try an early birth. Bail on this. Ah, fuck. You know what? Let's try a completely different. Oh, I unlocked beam somehow. Oh shit. Didn't mean to set him on the profile. I didn't realize there's an option to like... Removing co-op is part of moving forward. You know that by now. How else would they make a true modern action RPG like Tales of Arise? I'm sorry for saying hateful things on my stream. Am I gonna be canceled for that? Let's try something else. Origins focus on tactical actions. That sounds good. That's always like, I think that is kind of the thing that like, hey, really like sets it apart in gameplay from like a lot of action stuff. So putting some more juice into that is a good idea. They also I know they also moved in more on like the every one of these like historical / somewhat legendary figures really wants in your pants mechanics, which I think is very smart of them. Does do that, and also has very involved combat against officers. That's good. That's again another like kind of key part of the series that seems like it's focusing on a lot of good stuff, but yeah, removing co-op does kind of suck. So hopefully they can figure out how to work that back in that while they include other improvements from Origins. Yeah, I'm sure it will, but the remaster. But also, like, I don't expect it to quote-unquote advance the series, because it's literally, you know, bring back a PS2 game. Which, like, that's just not the point of it. Like, ah, shit. I forgot to get that weird little bounce when using the ball hog as a boost. We didn't intend it to be so not that anything. It's like, yeah, like. Hold on, I have to make this work. Okay, so I have a confession to make. So this song is really good. It's like a standout from Sonic Mania and all. But also every time I hear it, I think about like the Silva Gunner or like edit that like where it's just like, hold on a sec. I turned myself into a Pickle Morty. I'm turned myself into a Pickle Morty, and it's like, fuck off. Like, it's not good, but it's stuck in my head. Sequel to SI3 Car? Yep, Ring Racer. The game is fun. Yeah, I'll link you that. It's pretty funny. And by funny, I mean terrible. Yeah, Mail's great. Like, honestly, as much as, like, Working Designs did what they did, the voice clip acting from, like, that English release is very fun. I biffed it really is an iconic statement. Alright, Havoc? Shit, I only have a chef's hat. Is Sketch in this game? Not base. I'm not sure if anyone's made him. That would be a fun pull, though. I do like that guy. Character talked about is a Sketch Turter, the main character of Genesis action game Comic Zone. This is another track I've always had some trouble with. Just the turns on it are a little tricky. It is kind of a funny thing about this game is that, like, if you're behind, then, like, going for ring boxes can legitimately be, like, more helpful than going for items. Because it's just, like, such a consistent and reliable boost compared to, like, something more random. Yes! Beautiful shot. Goddamn indeed. Yeah, you need rings to race. It's very important to have rings with which to race. I hope at some point in this session I bonk someone on the head with a mine or a banana or something, just because the sound effect is fucking incredible. Got it. Together. There we go.